investigation.
You know, I'm sad. I'm sad about what happened, that we couldn't save him. You know, it was engulfed in flames.
Neighbors are heartbroken tonight after this fire killed 2 kids inside a townhouse in the Lynnwood area. An 11-year-old boy was also hurt and had to be taken to the hospital.
And the fire started around 2:30 this afternoon at the Lynnwood Townhouse Apartments. Q13's Jennifer Lee is live at the scene right now. And Jen, you've been there for hours talking with people who tried to help out.
David and Aliana, it's been truly heartbreaking to hear people's stories, people who were here and saw this fire. Right now, firefighters and fire investigators have been on the scene for 7 hours now. Right now, they're looking into a cause and origin. And I can tell you that people who are displaced tonight are also standing around looking at this scene in disbelief. And some of those stories that were told to me earlier, people say they tried to save those children from the burning townhouse, but say the building was engulfed. A spokesperson for the South County Fire Department says calls started coming in around 2:30 this afternoon. It was a 2-alarm fire, and at the fire's peak, we're told that about 45 firefighters were on the scene. One woman ran out and says she heard screaming from inside the home. She says those screams will probably haunt her for days. Another man says he was driving his truck up the road when he saw the flames. He also ran over to try and rescue anyone inside the apartments.
It was so fast. They could not go back in and save their kids. Anyway, it was like going back into a glowing kiln. It was so lit up.
He was yelling like from the bottom of his heart, like terrified, screaming, Paco, so loud, it put chills up your spine.
Yeah. A lot of people just left devastated to learn that 2 children are dead after this fire. Fire officials have not released the identities of those children and only described them to be juveniles. We're learning that their parents were not home at the time of the fire. Fire officials, they don't know if those children were being supervised at the time by another adult. The interim fire chief for South County says it's always tough coming to a scene like this.
Yeah, this is going to be a long night. It's a slow process. We've got investigators along with ATF that'll come out and help us due to the nature of the call, and they will just methodically work their way through it.
That 11-year-old boy who was taken to the hospital is expected to be okay. There are 7 units inside this building and 15 people are displaced tonight. They're getting help from the Red Cross and local groups. And fire officials, they don't know if there were any smoke detectors inside the apartment at this point. That's part of the investigation. But I can tell you that this has been an active scene for 7 hours now. And coming up at 10 o'clock, we're going to hear some of those dramatic and heartbreaking stories in more detail.